That's 28 buckets of black gold dirt. I'd say that's 30 bags of coffee grounds. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 8 pieces of pipe. And we have a nice spot in the yard where it's going to be sunny for the most of the afternoon. Today, we start our pumpkin, watermelon, cantaloupe patch. We gotta do it. We gotta start our watermelon patch, our cantaloupe patch, and our pumpkin patch. Every year we try to grow it in the yard where there's not enough space and it doesn't get enough sun. So this year, 2024, we picked a nice sunny spot in the yard. We've got ourselves 8 pipes. We've got 28 buckets of black gold dirt. We got 30 bags of coffee grounds. We've got pumpkins and cantaloupes that are already started. And I got my watermelon seeds. And we got some cantaloupe seeds. And we got some pumpkin seeds. And we got some watermelons that are already started also. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and put some seeds and some plants that already started in the top of each pipe. But the idea is each pipe is going to be filled with dirt. But first, we're going to go down 2 feet. We're going to give these watermelons, these cantaloupes, and these pumpkins a place for the roots to go down deep. The plants need the place, they need the nutrition, and they need the sun. That's it, 2024. It's going to be our pumpkin, watermelon, cantaloupe patch. You heard it here first. Bite Size Homestead. A side note, I planted over 20 fruit trees this year. Over 20. We planted pear trees, we planted apple trees, we planted peach trees, we planted plum trees, we planted mulberry trees. Out of every single fruit tree that we planted this year, and I'm talking every single one of them, they're thriving. Even our 1-year plants, our 1-year trees are trying to put out fruit, but we got to pop it off. Anyhow, but I digress. One peach tree is not doing well. The leaves fell off. We gave it some extra water, but I don't know if you can see this. I don't know what went wrong with this peach tree, but I tried to get it to come back with extra water. Something about where I planted it, something about how I planted it, something was not working for this tree. So before it's totally dead, we popped it out of the ground, and guess what? There's some ants in there moving their little eggs around. I don't think the ants could kill the tree, but you know what? Doesn't matter. They're going to be gone because I'm going to submerge this thing in water for a little while and make them run. We're going to take this peach tree and we're going to transplant it into a pot with some really good dirt. I'm going to put it in the shade and I'm going to nurture it. I'm going to baby it. We're going to wait until this thing snaps back nice and strong. And then maybe by the end of the season, I'll go ahead and we'll put it back in the ground. We'll move it over a few feet. We'll dig a different hole, put down fresh dirt. Whatever's in that hole is going to get buried like a grave because I don't want it around this tree again. Hey, every peach tree, every apple tree, every pear tree, they all did great. Why wouldn't this one do good? Something's just wrong about that spot. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that. Hey, they're like your babies. You got to take care of them. I spared you the 3 hours it took to get everything here, to get the holes dug and to be ready. We already did 3 of them, and we got 5 left. But here's the deal: we're going to mix in some of our black dirt. We're going to mix in coffee grounds, a little bit of the dirt that we dug out of the hole, the native dirt, then a little more dirt, a little more coffee grounds, a little more of the native dirt, and we're just going to keep mixing it up till it's at the top. We'll water it in real good. Tomorrow's Memorial Day, we'll be working again, so Anthony and I are going to go pick all of the watermelon and cantaloupe seeds that he stuck in the tomato beds, because they're growing, but we'll never get tomatoes and cucumbers and watermelon and cantaloupe out of the same beds. It's not going to happen. So I made separate beds for the cucumbers, but now we got these beds just for my buddy Anthony, because he really wants these watermelon and cantaloupe as bad as I do. And we're going to plant some pumpkins, some white ones and some blue ones, because my granddaughter, she really wants the pumpkins. So here we go. Let's get started. First thing going in is our black dirt. Go ahead, Ant. Next is about 3 gallons of coffee grounds going in. There you go. And then last but not least, we're going to put in some of the native dirt that came out of the hole to start with. We're going to mix it up with a shovel, and then we're going to do it again. We're going to make sure this is heaping, because I'm sure it's going to settle. I'm going to have to come out here and water it every day for a little while, just till the roots get established, because it's hot right now. The summer is here. It is hot. All right, let's go ahead and mix that up, buddy. Some more coffee grounds. That's good. Make sure you take the coffee bag out and just leave the grounds. I didn't see that coming. You don't want to use a shovel? All right, I'm gonna use the hands. That's why you get the big bucks, Ant. All right, it's the end of Memorial Day. Anthony and I have been going all day. I stopped 2 hours for a barbecue. Anthony sat there and played on his phone. So we took a couple hours off. But here's the point. Our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have our 8 beds already. We're going to get some more pipes and probably expand. But for right now, we have our watermelon beds, cantaloupe beds, and pumpkin beds. And I'm not going to direct sow the pumpkins. These seeds are special to me. I'm going to go ahead and start them in some little cups. And when they get rolling, I'm going to move them out here. But for right now, we got a bag of peat moss. They didn't have the big bales that we normally get. And we got some really nice cypress mulch. I don't want to put down a dyed mulch because we don't want to be eating the dye when it hits into the ground and it gets into the plants. So we're going to mix a little peat moss into the dirt. Then we're going to put our plants. And these are the plants that Anthony has been growing in our tomato beds. You ready for this? All right, that's the cantaloupes and the watermelons that Anthony has been growing in our tomato beds. He finally has his own place in this other yard so he can plant them. And hopefully they'll do a lot better closer to the ground. And like I said, we didn't put this in our compost. This is dirt and this is coffee grounds. And it's going to have some nice little bit of peat moss in the top for some moisture until the roots get rolling. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, that should help out. Let's mix that in, buddy. How many years have you been trying to grow watermelons, Ant? Huh?
Too long.
Too long? This is your year, buddy. I think this is going to be your year. And Caitlin, if these blue pumpkins and these white pumpkins are successful, she's going to be ecstatic. Because when she was younger, when she was 7 or 8, and we went to the pumpkin patch and she picked a little pumpkin, after a while, you know what you got to do? You got to throw them away. They're starting to rot. Oh, no. She's not. She's going to put it in the refrigerator. She's going to hide it in her closet. It's got a name. It's a friend now. It's a pumpkin is a friend. When she was a little girl, you weren't taking that pumpkin from her. It was a big deal. So we're going to grow us some special pumpkins just for her. And I just pray that they'll be successful. All right, you think you got it good, buddy? All right. We'll aim it right towards the outside. Go ahead, push the dirt down. You push it down there good. And hopefully this thing will sustain until the roots get rolling. Got it? Go ahead, get yourself another one over there. You're gonna do 3? So is that a watermelon or is that a cantaloupe?
One.
It's a watermelon?
Yeah.
Okay. That one's a cantaloupe?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. See what happens. This is our first year doing this, Ant, so I would aim it towards the outside so we can grow it out over the grass. That's the big deal. Aim it towards the grass and then we'll get the mulch on it. Make sure you push it down nice and hard when you're done around the outside edges so you don't have any air bubbles. You don't want any air around the roots. You want the roots touching dirt. Okay, get yourself another watermelon, Ant. There you go. Aim it towards the outside so we can grow it on the grass. They need to be on the ground. I think what we'll do is we get successful. If we end up successful with watermelons and cantaloupes, I have a pile of red bricks. We're going to get a couple of bricks and just put bricks under each one and keep them lifted up off the dirt just a little bit. They'll get plenty of sun, plenty of water, plenty of nutrition, and hopefully no bugs. This cypress should keep some bugs away.
So what do you do? Keep the birds away or something?
That's going to hold the moisture in. Anthony, this is about to get beamed full sun. You realize it was 85, right? By next week, we get 80, 90-degree days. This will dry right out. And until the roots go down deep, that's why we dug the big holes. So we dug big holes in the ground and put the pipes on top of it. So these plants have a good 2.5 feet to dig down with their roots. But until the roots get established, we're going to make sure we give them every chance we can. That little bit of peat moss should hold some moisture. The cypress mulch, that cypress mulch is going to keep the bugs away too. I don't think the bugs like the cypress. And I know bugs don't like coffee grounds. We're probably going to sprinkle coffee grounds all around this area. We got a big pile left. See them? So we're not going to waste them. We're going to put them all around. Nutrition, and hopefully it'll make the bugs go away. I think we're going to get some more pipes, Anthony. We run these things all the way to the back over there by the pear tree and the apple trees. We'll just run them all the way down. That's a pear tree, that's a mulberry tree, and those are apple trees. That's a peach tree. Remember, aim them towards the outside, Ant. There you go. Doing a great job, buddy. I see how delicate you're being with them. We just have to hope we can keep these roots wet. That one looks like a little straggler. You got all those beautiful ones in there. That was nice, Ant. That was real nice. See, it's funny because he's had them hidden all over the yard. I did not realize how many he had growing. He's becoming quite the little hide the watermelon guy. Now, I love watermelons. We've been buying them at Publix. They're okay. I'm waiting for the farm stand to get them. And I like when you see them, they come from Florida or Georgia or North Carolina. We're almost done. I just want to shoot this one last video because what's going to happen is it's going to be too dark. Nobody wants to see a video they can't look at. It's bad enough that we videotape without tripods and professionals. But the point is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are done. He's going to do 2 more, and he had a bunch of extras. So the place where we pulled that peach tree out, he put a couple in the ground over there, and he's planting a couple by the peach tree. The rest of them are going to go in these pots, and this is where we're at right now. Remember, this is Anthony's baby. I had to do this because he's been wanting to plant watermelons and cantaloupes every year. So at least now he's got his own special place. Nobody can mess with him. And I'm going to sneak some pumpkins in one of them. That's a new brass fitting. I went on eBay and I found a couple of solid brass fittings. And I'll tell you right now, it's worth it because I don't have time to water everything. I just can't do it. So flower beds, tree beds, shrub beds, anything that I don't have to babysit to make sure it's doing okay, like tomato plants or zucchinis or peppers, you want to have eyes on them at least every other day. So that's a brand new splitter. I bought it at Lowe's. It's not a bad thing, but if you leave your water on because you have a timer set and it's leaking, it's going to crush your water bill. So I put this on there. I put the timer on there. I put an extra hose on there for water in the backyard here where Anthony's new watermelon patch is, and it was leaking. So hopefully this wind is not messing up my video right now. But the point is this. Take the time to get the right thing. Buy a timer at Lowe's. It's less than $70. And you could set the water to come on any time of the day. You can have it come on every other day, every third day, every fourth day, or every day. And you could have it come on for a half hour, for 45 minutes, for 12 minutes, whatever you need. But here's the thing. You run that timer to a hose, run it around the perimeter of your yard, or run it along the house, or run it through the flower beds. Now you don't have to move the hose. Pretty sure somewhere in my videos I showed people how to set up your own sprinkler system, but here's the thing. It's a lot of money to have in-the-ground sprinklers put in, and if you're changing your garden around, then you got to change it, and there's drip systems out there. But for right now, for less than $70, I get a timer, 2 $20 hoses, and trust me, the cheapest plastic head sprinkler, you know, the one of those, it's black and yellow. It's like $3 or $4 each. The hole is small enough that you can run the timer through a hose to a sprinkler, to another hose, to another sprinkler. You can have 2 of them set up. Most parts of your yard you can cover with 2 sprinklers. Then you can have a splitter with another timer and another hose going the other direction. But for less than $150, I have a sprinkler system that's been working in the yard every year. We take the timer off, we put it in the garage, pull the batteries out, and the sprinklers, I just been leaving them on the poles because I got the pole driving in the ground. I got a sprinkler that connects to the pole, and then I took the metal head off. It was a heavy-duty metal head. I took it off, and I put the little cheap one on. If you have an expensive metal head sprinkler, the hole is bigger because it's made to shoot further. You can't have multiple sprinkler heads. You won't have enough water pressure. Not enough to do what you want it to do. But basically, I have a sprinkler system for $150. And I'll tell you right now, my flower bed, I just showed you some of the flowers, the trees, the shrubs. The flower bed is thriving. The lawn is thriving. For for 150 bucks. If a sprinkler head breaks, I go buy another one for $3 or $4. I've been using these timers every year for years. They're right at Home Depot. This right here, I wouldn't recommend it with a timer because it leaked. When I turned it on, halfway, this little black valve, the water was spitting out. Yeah, I could take it back to Lowe's. I know they'll give me another one. I don't want it. I went on eBay. I got the brass ones. The brass ones will never fail. And in the winter, take them off, put them in the garage, and next year buy yourself a little package of new rubber washers. Replace the rubber washers. You'll go for years. Man, Anthony is such a loyal friend, and he helps me. I pay him one day a week to help me out. He has never complained about it. I could show up in an emergency situation. He's right there. He's a loyal friend. I see he's trying to grow his watermelons in my garden, so I said, you know what, Ant? Let me give you a piece of land. You put your own garden out there. I'm going to put a couple of pumpkins out there for my granddaughter, but I will tell you what. He is going to be ecstatic on Sunday when I pick him up. Every single one of his little watermelon and cantaloupe plants, every one of them is standing straight up, and they're like dark green. They're thriving, and I haven't watered them in 4 days. So they might stand a real good chance this summer putting out plenty of good watermelons. I don't know if I'm going to hold this video till the end of the season, or I'll make a second video at the end of the season, because I'm so excited to share this. Anthony, he deserved a place for his watermelons and cantaloupes. And I promise you, he's going to be ecstatic when he sees these. He'll smile. He don't like to smile, but he will smile. He laughs. Got a little sarcastic sense of humor he has, but he's a good buddy. And I'll tell you what, I'm so happy. I came back here to water his watermelons and his cantaloupes. Every single one of them is doing good. This is a good day. It's always a good day. Well, that's going to wrap it up. I don't think there's really anything else to take out here until maybe a month from now when they're really growing good. And I'll probably go ahead and upload a video about Anthony's watermelon patch. I thought about it. I'm even going to have a sign made for him. Now, this was his baby. I helped him. I gave him what he needed to do it, but he did it all. He dug his holes. He mixed his dirt. He planted his plants. He was so gentle with his little plants. Anyway, I'm happy for him. He's going to be ecstatic when he comes here this weekend and he sees all his little plants are thriving. It's going to make him happy. And I already know, I told him, I don't care. As soon as we get some more pipes, he can run it all the way to the back fence. He can go sideways. This yard is nothing but a pain in the neck to keep it cut because I'm never going to grow a good lawn back here. So, might as well be another giant garden. And Anthony, he's just the guy to do it. I gave it to him to plant his watermelons, and he ran with it. So we'll get some more pipes. Maybe we'll go all the way back. We'll go back to those apple trees and the pear tree. But first I got to find somebody to give us some more extra pipe. It's getting a little scarce around here. People are catching on. You can use them for raised beds. But we'll find them. If you like this channel, if this channel does anything to help you, I'm going out of my way to try to share what we're doing. Maybe it'll help somebody. Maybe it'll encourage somebody. I mean, I'm standing out here right now. I would never just stand around in the yard. Wouldn't do it. So this one pot, one plant, one patio, you're never too old, you're never too sick, you're never too out of shape. My health is on the increase. I'm already excited about everything we're doing. Now my body's catching on. And God willing, we'll go all the way. Please share. Please subscribe. Please like. Get these videos out there. Help us build this channel. I can't build a channel. I could post a video, but I can't build a channel. We could build a channel. Let's do this. Let's help somebody.